Hello folks, Alloutdoor1 here. Thanks for joining me for another video. Today I'm just going to be doing a little show and tell on the latest modifications I've made to my survival gear in the battle to always have superior gear. I'm always improving my outdoors gear. As you know, I'm a keen bushcrafter and do like to get outdoors, use this equipment, so put it through its paces as well. I always try and keep a kind of minimalistic approach to my gear, so the simpler and easier to use the better, in my opinion. When I'm stomping around in the woods and trekking into my various wild camping locations, you know, I like to carry as little weight as humanly possible, whilst not sacrificing too much on capability. If you've been following my videos, you'll know that this sheath was created by Root Italy for me a couple of years ago now, and it's had many different kind of mods done to it, but so far this is probably the lowest profile, lightest setup I've come up with so far, and I'll just be happy to show this off at the moment. Right, so first up we've got my classic Falkniven F1 Pilot Survival Knife with a couple of little mods done on this. Namely, I've rounded off the edges on the spine at the back here, and similarly about 1.5 inches at the front here. The idea behind that is that in use, when I'm choking down here with my thumb to give that extra bit of control and pressure, then it's not digging into my thumb so much if I'm not wearing gloves, for example. And similarly with the rounding of the edge at the front, this enables me to do a push cut with my thumb here quite comfortably. I've left the midsection here squared off at the original 90-degree angle, which makes for a great fire steel striking tool. So that's the knife itself. Next up, as to the sheath, obviously made from Kydex with one directional pull fastenings here. Perfect for belt carry. That's why I had it designed this way initially. Obviously I've got my Solas Root Italy marker here, glow in the dark, so I can find it easily in the dark. On the reverse side of this there is a reflective surface, so it can also be used for signalling. So now on to my most recent modifications. As you can see, I've got 3 Ranger bands here, keeping the various bits of kit in place. Very secure. You know, you can whip it around all day, carry it, and that's not going to fall out basically. I have tested this out. So first up, let's go for the classic. As you can see, what I've done here is I've taken a full-size military fire steel of a high grade, and I've removed the original plastic handles, which to me just make the thing a bit more bulky than it really needs to be, especially in this configuration here. And then obviously what I've done is I've taken some shrink wrap tubing, wrapped it round, and then heated it up with a electric paint stripper, and that gives you a really nice handle. Impossible to pull out practically, but gives you a lot of traction, so it's not going to slip out of your hand when you're using it in the cold or the wet. So next up in the kit we have this, and what we have here is another strip of heat shrink wrapping, which I have not actually heated up, but then what we have inside is approximately 6 foot of fine cord with a breaking strain of 500 plus kilos. So in fact this stuff has a higher breaking strain than 550 paracord, almost double in fact, with, you know, a cord size that is a fraction of the size of regular 550 paracord. Basically, my thoughts behind this: you can use this for snaring even, because it is extremely strong. You know, I probably wouldn't use that except for in an emergency situation, given that snaring is not legal in the UK, but when I'm overseas it's a possibility. Equally, this is good for some shelter building capabilities, repairing your kit, or even a fire bow drill set, you know, this is basically good enough for that application. It's very hard wearing, so you'll probably be able to use it in a bow drill kind of configuration quite a few times. As you can see, it's not wrapped in any kind of traditional paracord wrap, just because it's more compact in this form, and also it's just easier to use. If you want some quick cordage, you literally pull it out, done. You don't have to spend 10 minutes trying to untangle a paracord bracelet or something along those lines. Obviously the tubing just helps keep it clean and compact whilst it's not in use. And finally, on here we have a small bundle. As you can see, it's all shrink wrapped with the heat shrink tubing again, and inside here I've got 2 cotton balls soaked in Vaseline for a quick and easy fire starter in an emergency. Obviously it keeps it all airtight, so that's not going to go anywhere, and keeps it dry also. If I really did need to get a fire going extra quick for any particular reason, simply cut this in half and remove it, rather than faffing around opening it and trying to get the cotton balls out that way. Obviously, don't know if I mentioned this before, but the Ranger bands ultimately can be used as a form of tinder themselves. If you shave it into small little pieces, it will actually catch light just from a fire still. But equally, if you set fire to it using a match or a lighter, then it gives you a good strong flame which is quite hot and burns for a decent amount of time per Ranger band. I've actually got a bushcraft canoe kayak trip planned in the next couple of weeks, and I'll be taking this kit out there for full field testing. We'll see how well it performs, but I'm very happy with this design actually. Just came across heat shrink tubing recently, and I think it's a really good material to use. Got a lot of applications outside with survival and bushcraft. Tactical is practical. Yeah, as you can see, it's very slimline. This whole thing will fit inside a regular jeans pocket, so very easy to carry, and minimal weight and minimal fuss. I have in fact got space here for a couple of other items which I may add shortly, but stay tuned for that. So that's my latest survival gear modifications. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave comments, like and subscribe if you do so. Thanks for watching. This is Alloutdoor1 signing up for now. Take care.